Hello and welcome, I am Civilian and this is Sunless Sea, and we've just reset because of the way that the autosaves work, so we need to do this stuff in Khan's Heart again. Ooh, I want a spy. Okay, might not manage to do that. Right. Yes. So I guess this is reset. That's fine. Time in the tea house. Hire crew. Our crew is at 8. Actually, I'll grab one more crew, bringing us up to 9. So we've still got space, so that gods don't get angry at us. Because I'm still sad about when that happened before. We could buy things at a ludicrous price, but I'd rather not. We could head to the Khan's Glory nearby, but I don't think we're going to. We are going to head instead to the Empire of Hands, which is where we have an explorer in our hold that needs to go to the Empire of Hands. And I don't really feel the need to get a commercial license. We don't particularly need the fuel. We don't particularly need the supplies. So I think we're good. And I think we're good due to the fact that we don't need anything. We don't need nobody except ourselves and our ship and our crew and most of our officers. But besides that, we don't need nobody. Ooh, and we don't need to have an encounter with that big and rather scary looking ship. So we are going to swerve south back towards Khan's Shadow, and yeah, we'll just cruise on by, and we're going to assume that everything's fine, and then we will head to the Empire of Hands. So whilst this ship is small, it is serving us well, especially with these bigger engines, because it just means we can zip around and be sneaky, and it doesn't matter if our hull's not very strong, as long as we can just avoid taking any damage. Blood on the wind. Oh, good. I love it when there's blood on the wind. We're not really uncovering any new territory here, but that's okay. We are going to go... We shall clasp our souls close. Yeah, I'd rather not sell my soul. I don't really know what that does mechanically, but I would rather not do it. I know that having a soul is probably a useful thing. I'm just speculating here. But I would assume... there's the thingamathing that I've forgotten the name for. Can I, like, hijack it? I would quite like to hijack it. Regardless, we have got someone who needs to be delivered here, and then I'm sure many things will happen. Last time we were here, our clothes got stolen by a small child. We chased the small child, but we failed to retrieve our clothes, except for a single sock, and it was very sad. And we were shamed before our crew, but they thought it was hilarious. So, I mean... At least someone got something out of this whole thing. Now we shall dock. The delightful adventuress leans over the rail of the ship, sniffing the humid air with evident distaste. What a filthy, damp little place. Oh well, we shall endure. At the sight of the mayor hobbling up, she straightens. A thin, insincere smile spreads across her face. Ah, you there, my good primitive, she calls, striding down the ramp and clasping his arm tight. Now then, I come in search of your first emperor's vault, and for that I shall be needing a few things. Some of your finest workers and tools and some food. Do you understand me? She shakes her head, barely waiting for a response. Food, she repeats. Comprendas? Oh dear, I see we shall be here for a while. Listen, I hear you fellows rather like souls. Shall we discuss that like higher primates? Payment for the journey. Okay, let's, the mistress is negotiating the value of her soul with the mayor. In the meantime, we should get paid. Barnabas removes his mask with what looks to be a silent moment of great relief. Underneath is nothing, just a flat surface where his face should have been. Ah, an unfinished clay man, one of those flawed products of polythreme that follow their own rules. Of course, if only you'd known that before he boarded. Of course, that's why the adventuress never mentioned it. He silently presents you with your agreed fee, dips his head in a polite bow, and lumbers back to his mistress. It appears she has struck a deal with the mayor. She will now establish a base camp. She welcomes your assistance as one who has proven to be not entirely useless. Okay, we're going to quickly see if we have any secrets we can spend. We do not have secrets we can spend. Okay, let us sail over to... Well... Let's go to Fountainhead Island and we'll just go straight to the base camp. We will visit the base camp. The foliage is thick and unforgiving. So, what do we want? We could get a gift for the Monkey Emperor. That would be nice. Let us speak with the delightful adventuress. Oh, it's you, of course. Help me with these blasted maps, would you? These monkeys are quite clueless. She shakes her head. They claim our souls uplift them, but if you ask me, it's just a case of monkey see, monkey do. Can you believe they think that Zeppelin of theirs will let them create a new empire? Wait, you there! Take that out of your mouth this very second. Let's get a gift for the Monkey Emperor. Nobody is watching? At least you don't think so. It's kind of hard to tell with Barnabas's blank face giving nothing away. Can he see? He seems to be able to somehow. In any event, he doesn't care as we take the small trinket. To the vault of the first emperor. It may look centuries old, but this entryway is relatively new. The monkeys can never leave alone, always adding bits on as their whims demand. Okay, outside the vault... To rush, darling, is to court tragedy. The delightful adventuress pays barely any attention to you as she prepares. She is not yet ready to open the vault. You should return later when she has had a chance to organize her monkey workers. This may take a while. I see. Right. In that case, we will return to the boat and we will return to the port. We will have an audience with the civilized mayor. Yeah, port report quickly. Yes. And audience with the civilized mayor. Well, the mayor will pay 200 echoes for your soul. I think I'm good, thanks. Fresh supplies, 20 echoes. Fuel is expensive. I have a gift for the mayor. I'm not sure how to give the mayor my gift. Let's do shore leave. The locals call this Shell Beach. Around the neck of a skeleton is a locket which we pocket. So we've got a rusty locket. The Z takes much, but sometimes it gives back. Maybe this will be helpful. We can't, so I'm trying to sit with the... I have a present for you. Oh well, goodbye, Mayor. Do we want supplies? We do not need supplies. Let's quickly sail to Hearthsake Village. The Lost Treasure Hunter. Let's speak to the Lost Treasure Hunter. He came well prepared, except he didn't come well prepared. Let's see. We could trade supplies for foxfire candles. Yeah, let's do that. The trade is complete. We have got a candle, and we have lost supplies. Oh, well, we can buy supplies here as well. Well, persuade him to give you his map. Well, I can't do that. Let's leave him. We shall go back to the boat. This is kind of elaborate. Sovereign Island. Let's gain access to the court with a... it was the Emperor, not the Mayor. We've got a gift for the Emperor. The Wild Wheeled Court. The stench and heat as the gate opens are a sucker punch to your senses. Inside, the stagnant air of the windowless wood palace hangs with sweat and tastes of hair. Everything is filthy and every surface used. The apes are likely to swing across the roof as walk the floors. In prized oases of relative calm, the high-souled conduct themselves with the poise of highborn lords and ladies. Around them, their barely uplifted lessers scamper around, exhausted, taking all orders and cruelties from all who care to dispense them. In the middle are countless more, a sea of apes longing for advancement and fighting for what they have with tooth, claw, and low cunning. Okay. Hello, Emperor Crispin IV, who holds court in the middle of his palace. None may speak without permission, but the voice of the Emperor is still the least heard of all. We are summoned by the Emperor. To step into his throne room is to step into another world, a polished one of cool and blessed quiet that already feels as alien as it is pleasant. An official welcome. The Emperor sits on his throne, wrapped in robes of violet and wearing an ornate golden mask. He remains motionless, silent. He could be mistaken for a statue if not for an almost imperceptible nod to grant his seneschal permission to speak in his name. She approaches, arms folded in her red-trimmed yellow robes of a court mandarin. Her expression is carefully blank, the chestnut hair on her face powdered alabaster white and decorated with exquisite detail in red and black. The rings on her fingers mark her as a 10-souled ape, a status even the Admiralty can respect. She bows before you, a complicated, ritual display of sweeping sleeves that somehow never breaks eye contact. Finished, she waits for your response. Well... let's risk it. Let's do the risk. Take a risk. We shall curtsy. And did I do something wrong? It appears so. Still, there is business to discuss. The Great Exodus. The exquisite seneschal requests your assistance to supply the Empire of Hans' great work, a zeppelin that will take them to a new home, far away from here. You point out that the Admiralty has the Empire of Hans both under embargo and quarantined. The only thing worse to be caught doing here than supplying them would be helping them escape their confinement. Have your people not already caused us enough pain, she demands? We starve, and you would prevent us being fed. We thirst to explore, and you cage us like animals. Why? For what fine purpose? What threat are we to you, who happily dine with devils? She shakes her head, almost with pity. What could you possibly see in us that shames you so? Yeah, we'll say we'll help, but we might never come back. Build status in the court and by supplying the zeppelin. We need supplies and fuel, of course, and souls to uplift the brethren. We will be reasonably compensated and rewarded upon completion. There may be faster ways to complete the zeppelin. Okay, well, as we travel, we can contribute things. Do we want to contribute supplies or fuel? Not particularly at the moment. The thing is, this is very, very far from home. Well, we'll go back to the port, but, you know, let's leave. Goodbye. Well, I think we have learned some things here today, and we are also going to head south. We have learned some things here today. We could help them with their zeppelin. I just kind of agreed because I feel like there'll be no repercussions if we say yes and then don't actually help. I mean, and we haven't actually done anything yet, so the people back in London can't get all pissy with us. So, do we actually want to help? I mean, we could do. If we come out here, we don't, frankly, have a large enough ship capacity to come out here and sell excess supplies. I think we're going to need everything we've got in order to come home. However, if we get a larger ship, we will be sailing around with a lot more things. What is this place? I don't know. Let's go through it. There's nothing within your range, Zebat. Really. Nothing you can think of that's within range. Another ZV's corpse afloat. So much carrion. We approach the Chelenate. Oh, good. I want to approach the Chelenate. Good. Where is the Chelenate? Is it this way? I assume it's this way. A sickly yellow light glimmers for a moment, then fades. So, where's this thing? Over there. I saw a spine. Now I see a rib cage. So, logically, this way, if we continue, we should find a face. Face? Ah, there's a port. Is this the Chelenate? It is! Ah, the bones of our father is something to do with this. And we were also here for some other mission that I can't quite recall. Perfect. The Gant Pole. Discovered. That was not an island, bat. I don't know why that bat kept telling me this was an island. Our father's bones, the bone men. Let's go for the father's bones first. This bone man snarls at you from behind a mask of white clay. We do not lightly give up our treasures. What will you offer us? A stolen bone. You dicker and argue for hours. The bone men won't accept secrets or money or even hunting relics. But if the Fathom King will return what he has stolen, then we will relinquish your father. Only then. Well, let's go. Good thing we've already found the Fathom King. Let's go ahead and get a port report. And what's over here? Tales for the bone. Someone is crying unusual wares. Follow the sound. Let's see. Pay the chronicler to inscribe a Z story onto a hunting trophy and you'll receive an outlandish artifact. Cool. Let's do that. Whistling, the chronicler does his work. Hey, we got an outlandish artifact. That's very much worth it. Let's do that again. Hey, love it. Now we've got tails. Okay, so we need to go visit the Fathom King to continue. Well, we're not doing shore leave. This is a dangerous place. Do we want any of this? No. How's our cargo? I'm not jettisoning things. I'm just looking. Cool. Well, we found the Chelenate. Was there something else we were supposed to do here? I'm going to double check our journal real quick. Let me check our objectives. Okay, I can't think of anything else we were supposed to do here. I think it must have just been the father's bones thing. Didn't need a port report. Okay, let's go. So, now we are going to head back to Port Cecil. We will go kind of south of the Melting Isles. We'll probably stop by the Melting Isles, but I'm going to try and see if I can discover anything new. whilst I'm on the way, because it's always good to discover new islands, a little bit more efficient, fill out our map a bit more, get more port reports, though we also don't have a port report of the melting isles yet, so might be worth doing that. Still, we will turn on our lights because we do seem to have plenty of fuel and supplies. I would love to get that merchant ship that has the massive cargo capacity. Think how many supplies we could carry around. We wouldn't even have to worry about it. I mean, sure, we'd have to worry about the cost of buying them, but we could just cart loads around and not be so worried about running out. The Autumn Islands! Ah, yes, I've heard much of the Autumn Islands. Let's see. Can we go a little further south? We're going to have to start veering north soon. Just going to loop around this island. Send out the Z-Bat. I'm slowed down by accident. And then we will swing north-ish and turn off our lights because it's plenty light around here. Oh, we found a stowaway. The quartermaster has been complaining of food going missing of late, and now we know why. The monkey foundling that stole our clothes. Well, we can't exactly get rid of her, so, oh, she's got my stolen clothes. Well, we can let her stay. You're probably gonna die as a response of that, though, I'm just saying. Oh well. you might die. It's just a might. Are you a mascot? Yeah, you're our new mascot. Cute. Super cute. She longs to see the wonders of the Neath. I mean, she's probably gonna die, and it's probably gonna be our fault, because we're gonna die. Pick up a passenger. Yeah, actually, we could do that. Let's go ahead. Ooh. Into the Wispways. Solace fruit. Unpick the mysteries of other lands. Oh, actually, we have plenty of memories of distant shores. We will do that. That's good. Quick port report. Okay, there's plenty of stuff to do here. I think perhaps... we'll pick up a passenger who wants to go to Guider's Morn. That's fine, we can do that. I'm sure we'll stop by Guider's Morn on the way back. And then into the Wispways. We've got candles. Let's go. Oh, we changed the background. We have got one candle. A calamity of ants. Go deep enough into the forest and we will find something interesting. Each event will take you further into the swamp. Go deep enough, you'll find something interesting. Well, we don't have sufficient candles now. But I'll tell you what, we'll leave. We've gained 8 terror. Well, that was a waste. But now we know. We will come back with a big pile of candles next time. Let's gather some supplies. Yeah. Cool. And we shall leave. With great haste. Oh, with our lights on for definite. So, we found someone that wants to go to Guider's Morn. Oh, that's quite north. Yeah, that is very north. Do I want to go? I think what I'll do is I'll go to Port Cecil, we'll go to Station 3, then we'll go to the Fathom King's Hold, and then back to London. And then from London we'll do a quick trip to Guider's Morn and back to deliver this passenger. Does the passenger take up hold space? Yes. That's fine. So yes, we will head to Port Cecil first. The reassignment has worried the crew. Oh, right, yeah, I did that. I always forget. Why do I need to do that in port? That's so picky. Can I speak to you? No. Oh, who are you? Gunnery officer. What's our current gunnery? Iron +8. Well, iron +6, veils +3. You are more our type. Let's speak to you. Yeah, we could increase our iron a little bit. It might hurt. You can't... Oh. I should have read that before I did it. But we've done it now and we haven't been hurt, so that's good. And here we are, T-Villain, the most successful of the villain dynasties so far. Oh, not dynasty. Dynasty? Dynasty? I generally say dynasty, but dynasty is like the stylized word, I feel like. Regardless, T-Villain is definitely the best. C-Villain? C-Villain did pretty good. Z-Villain had the best name, but performed the worst. Yeah, oh, good question. Do we have enough fuel to make this diversion? Or are we going to need to go back to London and make a separate trip to see the Fathom King? We'll see how we're going. We'll go ahead, we'll make port here. We need to get the Scintillac anyway. So, we'll gather it to the best of our ability. Fail with mirrors, gain 1 and some terror. And then let's do some chess and fail and do some chess and succeed in the pages challenge. Gain a page, gambits answered. Gaining 200 fragments. Terror cannot increase past 100. Well, there's no repercussions for failing. Let's just keep going. Succeeding! We are gaining plenty of fragments. No one left will play against you. You need an extra move to find it. An extra move. A voice whispers, pawn to bishop 6. A rearing shape the size of a cottage. Let's go. Irregular steps lead down. The silver light is strong here, and it grows stronger with each step downwards. Okay, we've gone to a creepy crevice. The pulse of the principles. Silvery light fills a sea cave, dripping from the walls. It condenses to pools of whitish fluid on the uneven floor. Sea sound fills the cave, strong and slow like the long beating of a heart. On a square slab of coral, someone has set up a game of chess. The pieces are different from the ones used in London. You see the spiraling bishops, the corner roots, the kin and the terrible cream. As you touch each one, a deep voice whispers its name. Let's make an aggressive move. Let's move a knight. I have a wound. At 3 wounds, I'll die. Okay. Ooh, that was piquant. Piquant. Thank you are. It distracts from the pains of dissolution in. But I want so to dissolve. Will you help me? Sleep will not enough. I desire no dreams. Will you help? We will offer assistance. I offer an assistant, it flutes, and Scintillac. I enjoy Scintillac, aren't you? Grammar, I'm confused, yes. A rubbery man rises from a cyst in the floor. Okay. Shalt fleons it wheezes. Well, this is terrifying. Unprecedented, a rubbery capable of human speech in however debased and pitiful a mode. My emissary, treat it gently. Take it to the salt lions. Okay. Well, we haven't got all of the Scintillac we wanted, but we've got 2. And I think that's enough for now. I'll tell you what. Okay, so we need to go to the Salt Lions. We also need to go to the Fathom King's Hold. And we also need to go to Guider's Morn. So this is an obvious trip. So I think what we do at this point, we'll head to Station 3. And then we'll go via the... We'll see, once we get to Station 3, we'll see how our fuel is doing. We'll try and go via the Fathom King's Hold. And then back to London. But that might not happen. So, let us go into the Z. Failure here means your game is over. Mutiny. Right. Well, we have so much to do. We have so much to live for. Oh, come on. Why? Is it because of all the terror? I guess it's because of all the terror. Okay, well, we fail and we lose. This one is 26%, this one is 13%. We will take the 26%. Oh, we failed. Try again and we may have better luck. Well, I tumble to the deck as they shout in desperate victory, and I land with a final crunch. Into darkness, we will be mourned. I guess going so far over our terror caused the mutiny, and I should have been more cautious. Bloody crew. Bloody blah. It was all going so well. Into darkness we will be mourned, but we have provided for our heir, and I will briefly... 4 captains now will never return to London. It's true, but we will choose something to preserve. Now, we did have very high veils, and indeed we can retain some of our veils. We could also retain a weapon, but I think retaining the chart could be, well... If we retain the chart, then we had a lot uncovered. 50% of the money is not that much. 50% of the veils gives us an extra 10, which is nice. But I think what I want to keep is the chart. And that's actually not a rival for once. We have now chosen a correspondent. And I do need to quickly start this game. So we are going to be an urchin again because I really like veils. Perfect. And we... Let's Let's just go for fulfillment this time, and perhaps we will go for, we haven't been a sir yet, so we will be sir. Let's see, and how shall we look? We are the correspondent of T-Villain here. Let's be this spiky haired dude, and we shall be the second villain. Perfect. So we're going to have to run through the start thing. We're going to bring someone to Venderbite. That's fine. We're just going to quickly blast through the start. We will offer passage to a tomb colonist since we're going to Venderbite anyway. We will hire on a touch more crew. We will go ahead and sell our book, which I have still not read completely. Read the papers. We're just going to blast through this. And, visit our study. I can't make another will, so we're just going to have to not die. Because I think if we make a will, that's how we pass it all on. The labyrinth. Nothing here, and cool. So, I will quickly undock, redock to force a save. And there goes our last captain. That was quite a tragic end. Things were going rather well. I thought we were making good progress, but yet we have been lost at sea. And so we shall eventually, I think I need a break from this game. We shall eventually begin a new run, but for now, I have been Civilian. This has been Sunless Sea. If you would like to see more, let me know, and I will see you next time.